What's going on, crypto fam? I'm rocking the Bitcoin Cash hat on a special day today. As you can see, it's been through a lot, just like my holdings of Bitcoin Cash. So, little update on the Craig Wright case if you haven't heard already. Apparently, Craig Wright is Satoshi, according to the outcome of the lawsuit filed against Eric Kleinman and Dave and the old bunch that so-called created Bitcoin, or the early starters of Bitcoin, at least by U.S. law, I guess now. We can actually start calling Craig Wright Satoshi. Now, whether or not the community is ever gonna accept that fate is probably gonna be a no, a firm no. But nonetheless, it's kind of comical. Bitcoin SV is up around 18% today. So nonetheless, it's recovered a little bit from the drop that we experienced over the weekend, early on December 4th, the morning of December 4th. So no complaints there, you know. Can't hate the old BSV for pumping. But on a lighter note, prices have recovered a little bit, which I'm kind of loving. Don't like to dip down to old-time lows on BCH or BSV or ETC or any of them. So it's good to have a little bit of recovery right now. And if you remember back in November of 2017, you know, in July of 2017, June 2017, that's where we saw a huge run up on some of these altcoins, hitting all-time highs against Bitcoin. And then they kind of trailed down, and then around November, they started to explode again. That's where I kind of position ourselves right now, and that's because I like to be optimistic about the market and crypto in general. So, you know, that might be smoke and mirrors, and me just not wanting to believe that the market might be a little shaky right now. But I really think that the altcoins in general are going. We're just going to go really insane against Bitcoin price right now. I mean, if we're looking at some of the old numbers on Bitcoin Cash, I did some figures last night, and we're just really just seems like we're collapsing against Bitcoin's price. If you look at anything based on versus Bitcoin rather than the dollar, it just looks really bad for Bitcoin Cash, BSV, you know, Neo, Monero. They all look really bad, but that is kind of how these altcoins work. That is kind of how the altcoin market in general works. They go down against Bitcoin, and then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, they just explode against Bitcoin, and they basically end up higher than they've been over the 2-3 year charts. So that's what I'm betting on, guys. I'm betting on Bitcoin Cash going back up to, you know, honestly, 0.12 of a Bitcoin here pretty soon. You know, run the numbers. That's a couple grand, you know. If we can go up back to 0.2, even go to 0.4 a Bitcoin, I mean, guys, we're looking at $20,000 per Bitcoin Cash. So all these little volatility, all this little news and hiccup mania that the price is, you know, dropping and everybody's freaking out, that ain't gonna matter at all. That's not gonna matter at all in the great scheme of things when Bitcoin Cash goes to 25, 30,000, 20,000 and hits some of these numbers that are just gonna blow all this little volatility space just out of the water. I mean, it really is, guys. I mean, if you really think about it, do you think it matters once Bitcoin Cash hits 20,000? Do you think it's going to matter whether we were panic selling at from 15 to 400, 1500 to 400? It's not. None of those numbers are even going to matter, and everything's going to look like a little line, and Bitcoin Cash is going to be so far up that all that old crap is not even going to be relevant anymore. You know, it's going to be about the new numbers, just like Doge has got new numbers, just like Ethereum Classic has got a new number. All these altcoins are going to have a new number, and the volatility of where they've been isn't going to really matter. Overall, crypto is going to explode over the next couple years. You can look back at these videos, and you're going to see that we're going to be thousands and tens of thousands and even hundreds of thousands percents up from where we're at now. That can be, you know, validated just by past price movements on crypto in general. Litecoin, you know, numerous others, Dash, Zcash. I mean, go back and look at some of these guys. They're up thousands of percents from where they were several years ago. So all that's coming, all that's great. But really what we have to really do, I think, in the near term and in the long term, and I will give Craig Wright some credit on this, because if you look at him, you know, a lot of people watching this channel, Bitcoin Cash, obviously, they don't like Craig Wright, or they might have beef with him, or they might, you know, think he's a scam or a con or whatever. But look at everybody on the Ethereum network. Look at all the projects, the ERC tokens on Ethereum network, and then you could say the same thing. So, you know, there's scams out in the real world. I mean, there's scams in the crypto space, but that doesn't mean that, you know, there's no way to prove that Craig's a scammer. But let's actually look at what he's done and what he says in his closing argument on after winning the case. He's looking to bring economic freedom to the entire world. Peer-to-peer electronic cash, which is what he originally claims that he invented, you know, Bitcoin for, and it's a peer-to-peer electronic cash system, and that is really, you know, all this speculation is great. Everybody's speculating on Bitcoin's price, but core fundamentals of what we need to bring people onto, and the reason that I try to tell this to everybody is because it gets them so excited about crypto, and it really gets them really just wow, this was so easy, and wow, this was so cool, wow, this was so fast. Was peer-to-peer electronic cash for the internet, for the people that don't have a way to sell goods and services where they're at. They have a government that's suppressing them. Things like this. There's core values that bring people into crypto, and these core values extend all the way from the Bitcoin Cash side camp to the BSV side camp. You know, you could argue they extend over into the ETC and Monero and Dash and all these other great cryptocurrencies, and, you know, you could say that they're all for the same thing. They're all trying to achieve the same thing. Peer-to-peer electronic cash, where you can send money to anybody in the world, trustless, without being censored, without waiting on somebody to clear your funds. You try to do that on a Saturday here in America, and you try to send money to Nigeria on a Saturday, and see how freaking difficult it is. But you can tell that person to download a Bitcoin Cash wallet, and you can literally send the money on a Saturday or Sunday evening. No strings attached, no crap, no hiccups. So, you know, that I think ultimately is where crypto needs to be going. You know, to speculate on a coin that's going to be maybe accepted at AMC movie theaters with a cute little, you know, Shiba Inu on it. It's fun for a while, but eventually those people, you know, they're there for the price, and once the price isn't there anymore, they either have such small holdings it doesn't really matter and wait for a future pump, or they jump ship and they move their coin to something else. And a lot of those people will evolve and find that there's other crypto coins and tokens that are essentially the same thing as things like SHIB and some of these other things, and they move into those, and they discover other cryptos, and they discover other digital forms of currencies like Monero, Dash, Zcash, Bitcoin Cash, BSV, and then they get more into it, and then they realize, oh, well, maybe I bought a scam, but I really like the idea of this, or I like what this coin is doing, or, oh, this coin's been around for a while, it's done this, this, and this, and I like it, it's easy to use. So they evolve, guys. You know, when I got into crypto 4.5 years ago, I got scammed from several Bitcoins, you know, probably, you know, if we're talking US dollars, probably close to 300,000 that I just lost due to scams. You know, 300 grand's a lot of money for somebody like me. You know, it might not be for a Bitcoin whale that's got hundreds and thousands of Bitcoins, but for somebody like me, a normal everyday guy, 300 grand, you know, and obviously it wasn't 300 grand when I lost it, but if I would have just held my Bitcoins close to 300 grand, let's just put it that way, close to 300 grand that I lost in scams. So it sucks. I mean, it really is. It's hard to digest, and it's hard to rebound yourself from looking back and making those same mistakes, and not being able to be kind of, well, how to say this, wanting to buy some of these coins that are pumping. You know, the want is there, guys. Of course, I want to jump on a coin that's pumping 10x and, you know, sell it at the all-time high and then buy more Bitcoin Cash. But the reality of that is I've been down that road before. I've been down the gambler's, degenerate gambler's mindset. And I know that the moment I go against my new way and my new ideals that have made me fall in love with crypto all over again is the minute I lose all my money. So I don't buy into these hyped projects that are hot one day and then they fizzle the next. I just won't. I don't care if SHIB goes up 1,500%. You know, I don't care if it goes, I don't care. The last time that I made this mistake was this year, guys. Maybe one day I'll pull it up for you guys. I don't know how to do it while I'm making this video because this is literally just on my phone. But earlier this year, January 6th, I sold 2.6 million worth of Doge. Okay. I don't remember what the USD amount was, 1.3, 1.6 mil of Doge. Less than a month later, it did a 20x, and then it just kept going. I sat there and watched it, thinking, I held this crap. I got stuck in the Doge trade when they listed it on Binance back in June or July of 18, 19, whenever they listed it on Binance. I think it was 18. No, it was 2019. Well, that happened, guys. As simple as that. I mean, I don't need to really think about it. I held it for quite a while. I sold it at 300+% up. I think I bought it for like a quarter of a penny, maybe less. I don't remember. Maybe it was a tenth of a penny. And that's hard, guys. That's something that's pretty hard to digest when you hold a coin for that long and you know the way this system, you know in your gut how it works. You know that you have to just hold it. You know that you can't trade it. You know that it's artificial volume and manipulated to the sense of it's going to get you out of your position. But I sold my Doge, guys. I sold 1.6 million worth of Doge. 2.6 million. It was $1.6 million. I'm not going to do the math on it. It was $1.6 million. I think it was 2,600,000 worth of Doge. 2.6 mil Doge. I'll pull it up, guys, for you guys one day and show you, because I know that talk's cheap and a lot of people, oh, you sold, yeah, you sold Doge, and oh, whoa, who cares? You know, how do we believe you? But I'll show you my Doge holdings one of these days. Just not really important. It doesn't really matter. It doesn't matter that I lost it. I don't care. 1.6 million today, 10 million tomorrow. I don't care, guys. This isn't about, for me, this is my ultimate goal is not to cash out and use my my dog fiat dollars to buy stuff. I'm here for the long term. I've been here, guys. We all make bad trades. I'd love to still have my 2.6 million Doge. You know, it's always great to make a $25,000 investment and turn it into 1.6 mil, but you know, the whole thing's a joke, guys. You got to just not be fazed by this stuff. I don't get fazed by it anymore. I tell people, yeah, I was a Doge millionaire, but who cares? I mean, seriously, who cares? Nobody cares. It's just what it is, guys. So Bitcoin Cash is fundamentally the project that I've been the most interested in since 2000. 17. Roger Ver, I've followed this gentleman. He's a fine gentleman and scholar. He's done so much for the Bitcoin community. And these are the people that I want to support. Do I support Craig Wright? Sure, why not? I don't mean that in any kind of negative or condescending way. I truly do support Craig Wright, whether or not he's Satoshi. I could care less. I could care absolutely. I care less and less every time I hear it. If you go back and you listen to the man and you listen to what he's talking about, you might have a different change of heart on him. So don't hate, guys. Crypto is not hate. Crypto is bringing us all together to make the world a better place. That's why I'm here. If you ask people why I want crypto, it's not so I can join the Ponzi scheme and take their dollars and form an ERC20 token and stake my Ethereum, run a full node. It's not why I'm here, guys. I'm really here to bring financial freedom to this place we live in, to take power away from the government, to not allow them to print money, devalue our currency, place taxes on us that we don't want. I'm here for digital payments. That's why I'm here, guys. I want somebody anywhere in the world that thinks that they might not have a voice to have a voice. I'm not for equality. Equality sucks. I'm not sitting here saying that equality is the way. Not everybody's the same. We're all different. We all have our special, unique things about us that make me amazing, and to somebody else might be completely useless. I might not have anything to offer this world, but we all have this mindset that everything should be equal, and it's not, guys. We all have our skills, and our mindsets are better in different areas, and that's okay. We don't need to be the same. So I think that crypto is here to stay, and I think that crypto is going to move parabolic soon. And I really think that all these little jumps and these little ripples in the system don't really matter. Zoom out from Doge against the Bitcoin price, and you want a scary graph, you want to try to trade this stuff, look at DOGE/BTC. Stop looking at it at the dollar, because if you look at Doge compared to Bitcoin price, you're not going to win in this trade game. Nobody will. This is a hold game, guys. This is a long-term marathon. This is not a short-term trading race. Let those people trade. Let them lose all their money. Because it's going to happen. It's absolutely going to happen, guys. Let them do it. Teach them the foundation of why this stuff was popular to begin with. Teach them why cryptocurrency is so amazing. Teach them why you can send this stuff borderless. You can send it to somebody in China. Do it. Do this stuff, guys. We're here to stay, guys. We're not going anywhere. We're here to stay. So have a great day. Make the most out of it. Tell people about Bitcoin Cash. Tell them about your favorite cryptos. Send them some. I sent somebody $5 in Bitcoin Cash the other day, literally yesterday. Been talking to a dude from work about it, and he's been kind of slowly like, yeah, man, these dollars aren't really making any sense. I said, man, let me just send you $5 to download this wallet. Download the Badger wallet. Great for Bitcoin Cash. No KYC. You don't need to give any of your personal information. I said, just download a wallet, man. I'll send you $5 in Bitcoin Cash. That way you're part of it. You can look at it. You can watch it. You can learn about it. You can have some and say that you're actually part about it. People don't have to have huge bags of Bitcoin Cash. They just need a little bit. Let them buy it and let them explore their journey on their own. You can only help people, guys. You can't. It's like the old phrase, you could bring a horse to the water, but you can't make him drink it. It's a really simple thing, but it's true. It's absolutely 100% true. You can give somebody Bitcoin Cash, let them hold on to it, let them discover how awesome it is later. If it takes them 5-10 years to buy into this stuff, or 5 minutes, let them decide. You know, I've been supporting Bitcoin Cash. You can see from this hat, guys, I've had this hat for 4 years. You know, maybe I'll get another one day, but I wear this Bitcoin Cash hat proud. For one, if any Bitcoin maxi sees it, if anybody sees it, they want to ask me about Bitcoin Cash, I'll have a 5-minute discussion with them. I will send them Bitcoin Cash. I don't care. Okay? I don't want to hoard every single bit of my Bitcoin Cash. I want to spread Bitcoin Cash, guys. That's why I'm here. So I'm gonna head out, guys. It's been another great relief for me. But you know, at the end of the day, don't be mad at Craig Wright. Don't be mad at the BSV camp. Let's try to bring the camps maybe back together, because ultimately, you know, if we could do something like that, I think that's going to get us kind of where we need to be. There's this huge divide between BSV, BCH, and Bitcoin, and there doesn't need to be that, guys. We're all trying to achieve the same thing on different fronts, and we can all be part of that together. We can all do that together. There doesn't have to be a separation. There could be we can have 2 different coins, and we can have 2 different networks and 2 different nodes and 2 different computer softwares, and you know, we can have hundreds of these things, but at the end of the day, there's one goal in mind, and that goal is to empower people. And I think that's ultimately what everybody in the crypto community that's here to stay is trying to achieve. And yeah, I think that's what we should press for every single day, is trying to get this stuff out and adopted and used as a payment system, and quit giving all our money to big corporations. They don't value the people. They value their corporate profits and to satisfy their stakeholders. So, proof of work to the moon.